Hi folks, welcome to Perf Mentor's micro learning session. In today's video session, we are going to discuss about Neoload and Bitbucket integration. How effectively we can use Bitbucket integration for our performance test management. So those are the details that we are going to discuss in today's meeting. So let's get started. First, let's try to understand what is Bitbucket. Bitbucket in simple terms, at least from the performance testing standpoint, right? Bitbucket is just like a cloud-based storage solution, right? Whatever the scripts we create or any artifacts that we want to maintain at a common repository which can be accessed by multiple users and they can check in their changes into that particular repository. For those reasons, we can use Bitbucket. It's a Git-based version control platform designed to facilitate collaboration and efficient management of test artifacts. Let's try to understand what are the benefits of using Git or the Bitbucket in our project, right? First one is the version control of artifacts. Before that, I would say like the first and foremost benefit of using Bitbucket is the collaboration within the team. So if there are like 10 people working on the team and there are like 4 or 5 projects, right? We have to use a common repository. Whatever the changes that the particular person does on their script, right, needs to be checked in, and the next person has to download the script and again make some changes, and again he has to upload, right? So instead of maintaining different systems or maintaining the same copy of the scripts at different places, we can use Bitbucket and manage that particular artifacts in an efficient way, which can be accessed by multiple members in the team, and that changes can be properly uploaded or managed on the Git-based repository. Okay, that's the main purpose of using the Bitbucket: collaboration with multiple team members contributing for the same project. And the next important reason that we use Bitbucket is the version control. For example, someone is making the change by mistake, a script got corrupted or he made some change which is not required, and he uploads that script into the Bitbucket, right? We have a way to revert back that particular repository to its previous version. Before that user, whatever the corrupt file he uploaded, right? Even before that version, we can go and revert back entire repository. So this is one primary advantage. Most of you would have come across this common problem where whatever the scripts that you're working sometimes gets corrupted, and if you have a copy of that script, well and good, but if you don't have, it becomes a big problem. So those kind of issues can be addressed by use of the Bitbucket in your project. And the next one is the integration with the CD pipeline. So now we have the scripts. If you are using the controller, right, like instead of mapping that particular script to the local directory, you can directly integrate your controller also with Bitbucket and you can run the script. On top of that, if you want to schedule some runs, again you can introduce solutions like Jenkins, where you can schedule your test run or manage everything from the Jenkins pipeline. So again, that is another use case of using the Bitbucket. And Rollback and Recovery, I think I already talked about this as part of the version control. Cool. So these are some of the key benefits, at least from the performance testing standpoint, right? So these are some of the key benefits that we get by using the Bitbucket, by integrating the Bitbucket solution with the Neoload. Now coming to the key consideration. So there are certain things that we need to take into consideration before implementing this solution in your project. The first thing is, at least from the Neoload standpoint, right? If you're using Neoload as a primary simulation tool, so Neoload supports only Mono-repo. That means whatever you change, you make in the Neoload project, right? So that can be updated on a single repository. Under a single repository, you can maintain only one Neoload project with one branch name. Unlike a folder, right? You cannot put all your scripts, multiple projects into one folder repository. So you can, if you have created one repository for a project, so you can upload only one Neoload project into that particular repository. And whenever you make changes, you can push those changes on top of that repository, not within some individual folders inside the repo. So updates, changes happens at repository level. So it's very essential you maintain a mono repository while using Bitbucket and Neoload together. right? So that's point number one. Second consideration you have to take is if in case, if you cannot have all your scripts and scripts into one Neoload project, you can create an additional project, but instead of, you have to provide a unique branch name for that. If you're using the branch name as script for the for your first project, you can use like data creation script or something of that sort, right? Under that branch name, you can have a different set of scripts. I mean, for example, you have a project, web application project, and you have all the scripts added into the Neoload project. This Neoload project, you can upload it under script in a single repository. Now, for the same project, you have to run certain scripts to generate data, like user creation or whatever it is, right? So if you want to generate data for that particular for the same project, you can create that as a separate project and save it as a data, and this entire project you can save it under a different branch name under the same repository. Okay, so by doing this, you can handle two different projects on the same repo. Even though it's a mono-repo, you can slightly use this workaround to create more than one project. But I would recommend, do not create multiple branches on the same repo. So if you want max, you can have max. I would suggest is you have one primary script or the primary Neoload project and one project for your data preparation scenarios. Just try to manage all your work in that particular project with just two projects. So that will really help you to manage your deliverables in a very efficient manner. So that's all about the Neoload and Bitbucket integration. I'll create another video session demonstrating on how to create access token, or there are two ways of accessing Bitbucket from Neoload: through SSH, through private public key, and directly through by creating passwords. I'll demonstrate how to use this tool and how do we integrate Neoload with Bitbucket, and how we push changes, how we clone the repository on our local or other test machine. So all those things I'll be explaining in a different video session. Until then, it's bye from Perf Mentor. Have a great day. If you want to learn more such content related to performance test and engineering, please do like and subscribe our Perf Mentor channel. Have a great day. Thanks.